No, I am not dead.
Tammy Slaton had one of the most shocking rise to fame of any TLC reality star. She went from some of the lowest lows to the highest highs as one of TLC's most successful stars. However, what no one realized at the time was that there were issues that were looming for Tammy just beyond the surface that would come back to bite her sooner than anyone had ever expected. Tammy had a rough upbringing in Kentucky that made her journey to reality TV fame all the more sweet. Tammy often talks about her mother, Darlene, had to work 3 jobs to make ends meet, and because of that, she and her sister Amy were mostly raised by their grandmother. It doesn't appear as though their dad was in the picture for very long, and he may have even passed away when the sisters were young. Although they had a more typical childhood when they were being raised by their grandmother, things quickly took a turn when Tammy was 12 and Amy was 10. Their grandmother unfortunately passed away, and from that point forward, Tammy and Amy were expected to take care of themselves. Life changed forever for the Slaton sisters after their grandmother's passing. They began to eat for survival, and both say that the time period is when their unhealthy eating habits began. According to the sisters, their mother didn't encourage them to show their emotions growing up, and as a result, they thought that having emotions was bad. It's clear that their unusual upbringing had a lasting impact on the rest of their lives, even now as they navigate their newfound fame and fortune. Amy and Tammy aren't the only members of the Slaton family, though. It's believed that they have at least 3 other siblings and many nieces and nephews. Those nieces and nephews had an unbelievable impact on the rest of her life. When Tammy was 14, she was asked to care for all of her nephews, and she says now that she was too young to be caring for them, but at the time she believed she wanted to work with kids when she grew up because of her experience taking care of them. The kids, unfortunately, did not think that was a good idea. Allegedly, one of her nephews came forward with allegations that she had harmed them while they were in her care. However, it doesn't appear as though those allegations were what ultimately caused Tammy not to follow her dreams of working with kids. Instead, it appears that she was unable to because of her rapid weight gain. As Tammy got older, she began to gain more and more weight until she was nearly unable to do anything, including taking care of her basic human needs. It was then that Amy and Tammy began to film videos and post them on YouTube, and at the time, Tammy was 28 and Amy was 26.
Since we can't go out for Halloween, we decided to have a little Halloween episode.
Although they initially started them for fun, neither of the girls could have ever guessed how those videos would change their lives forever. They quickly gained a following on their YouTube channel, and it was then that the sisters were discovered by TLC. Although Tammy and Amy were originally supposed to be featured on another TLC show, Family by the Ton, when the producers saw how unique Amy and Tammy's dynamic was, they decided to pitch a show that was entirely about the two of them, and that's how 1,000 Pound Sisters was born.
How dare you? Peppermint patty with an egg roll.
Okay, hold on.
Really?
It was then that Tammy and Amy's lives changed forever. The show took off almost instantly and went viral on the internet, in particular TikTok.
Try being my size, Amy. You don't know how it is.
There's stuff you can do. You want to be a big baby about everything.
I ain't baby. You're the damn baby.
Grow the up.
You first.
I've been grown. I pay my bills. My bills are paid.
It was extremely shocking for a TLC reality show to gain this type of traction from a viral video, and their rise to fame made that very clear. Overnight, Tammy and Amy went from absolutely unknown to 2 of TLC's biggest reality stars. It seemed like Tammy's life was on the up and up, but no one could have ever guessed how quickly things would change for her when everything came crashing down for the sister. The entire concept surrounding 1,000 Pound Sisters is Tammy and Amy's journey through weight loss so that they can live happier and healthier lives. And while Amy was able to lose the weight and keep it off, the same cannot be said for Tammy. Tammy, rather than losing the weight, continued to gain weight. Since the show started, she has faced a variety of very serious health issues. She's talked often about how her issues with gout many times before, and even told cameras that she has no cartilage left in her knees. She also has many dental issues, and although she says that she got them knocked out when she was in elementary school, that was proven to be false when old school pictures were unearthed. In the second season of the show, it was revealed that Tammy had gained 50 pounds in just 30 days, and that wasn't even the worst of her health problems. Just a few months later, in November of 2020, she contracted COVID, which is scary to begin with, but even more concerning when you're obese. People who struggle with obesity are believed to have a much stronger reaction to COVID than anyone else, and Tammy was no exception. She was forced to go to the hospital to start receiving oxygen, and she even got pneumonia during that time. Many people were scared for Tammy due to all of her pre-existing conditions and her bad reaction to the virus. However, Tammy survived her COVID experience, but it was really only the beginning of her health issues. Tammy tried to convince people that she was not struggling nearly as much as she was. On the internet, she hid many of her health issues from the public eye. But even still, it was clear that things were progressing so quickly for Tammy, and it was hard to believe that just a year before she was on top of the world with her successful reality show. It began in early 2021 when it appeared that Tammy was in a hospital or a living facility and that she was on oxygen. She claimed that she was not, but eventually came clean when the third season of 1,000 Pound Sisters premiered. It was also revealed that she had suffered from a blood clot that traveled to her lungs in April of 2021, and in the new season, Tammy explained that she had been living in a rehab facility to help her lose weight and that she was on oxygen, but that she ultimately decided to leave the facility. It seems as though she left so that she could continue to film her popular reality TV show. When she left the facility, it soon became clear just how rapidly Tammy was declining. As each episode premiered, Tammy's mobility got worse and worse. Amy attempted to find a nurse to help care for her and help her with basic functions, but it doesn't appear as though Amy's attempts did much because Tammy's health has only gotten worse since the show was filmed. Tammy revealed in November of 2021 that she had halted production of season 3 of 1,000 Pound Sisters due to mental health crisis. She said that this summer she had a mental breakdown of sorts, and although she didn't explain the reason, it seemed as though it had to do with her ex-boyfriend. Tammy had been with a man who was famous on TikTok for his love of overweight women. At the time, many fans were convinced that he was with her to help grow his fame and internet presence.
Tammy Slaton has found herself some love. He goes by the name the BBW King on TikTok. He cannot stand me, and apparently they are now dating. Well, y'all, amazing things are happening.
It appears that after he appeared on the show, the couple broke up, giving some credibility to those rumors. Their breakup happened around the same time that Tammy's mental health began to deteriorate. Since then, her physical health has gotten worse and worse as well. When Tammy explained her mental health issues, she was actually in the hospital. She said that although her mental health issues were now more under control, her physical health issues were not. She explained that she had been on life support just a few days earlier and that she was septic. Although she was out of the woods with those issues, her biggest health issues were not yet resolved. And the reason that she was in the hospital, she is suffering from obesity, hyperventilation syndrome, and dealing with carbon dioxide poisoning as a result. This happens when an obese person's body weight restricts their lungs capacity until they are no longer able to breathe carbon dioxide out of their bodies. Although this might not seem very serious on the surface, it can be fatal in many situations. Because of this issue, she got a tracheectomy. At the time, she claimed that she would be getting out of the hospital soon and being transferred to a rehab facility. However, fans don't have much hope for Tammy as she continues to gain weight and decline. Many believe that she is past the point of help. She has been off of social media since December 1st, and it's unclear how she's doing. No one in the family has shared any updates on Tammy, so no one is sure what is going on with her. As of her last update, she appeared to still be in the hospital, and she still had her tracheectomy in her throat. It's a terribly tragic situation, considering that just a year before Tammy was on the top of the world and at the peak of her life and career as a reality TV star. Well guys, thank you all so much for watching. If you are new to this channel, if you enjoy this video, please do me a huge favor, hit that like, follow, share, subscribe, follow button, and y'all better stay tuned for many more videos.